And judging by the bucket loads of cash they're making, our major banks aren't feeling the pinch like many of us. ANZ, our largest banking group, has announced a $1 billion profit. One News asked its boss whether it was taking advantage of consumers. Its bumper year comes in the face of worldwide hostility towards the sector. Simon Bradwell reports.
Occupy Wellington protesters were battling the wind today, blown away too by the size of ANZ's profit.
Of course, it's the corporate greed.
I think that's what they call the trickle-up effect, isn't it?
It's up all right. Profit was up 25% for the year ending in September to a whopping $1.08 billion.
Now, to put that another way, in the time it takes you to watch this hour-long news bulletin, ANZ would have made a profit of more than $114,000.
But ANZ says it's not gouging customers. Instead, the profit is largely an accounting exercise left over from the global financial crisis.
In the previous few years, obviously, we've been hit pretty badly with bad debtors because of the GFC, and that's significantly reduced this year.
Half of all New Zealanders have a financial relationship with ANZ, which also owns the National Bank, UDC Finance and EFTPOS, and the company employs 9,000 people. And ANZ says it donated $2 million to the Christchurch earthquake appeal and is a good corporate citizen.
We pay over $800 million a year in salaries to our staff, and that goes into the New Zealand economy, over $350 million in tax.
But the union says that's only half the story.
When it comes time for negotiating wages, the ANZ National this year only paid 3%, when inflation has been, as you know, over 5%.
Today's announcement follows healthy profits reported by others in the banking sector, with the exception of Kiwibank, which is still burdened by bad debts.
Where's it all going to?
Even investors seeing red over the result, perhaps surprisingly, in the same camp as the protesters. Simon Bradwell, One News.
As we've mentioned, the major players here are owned by Australian banks, which have all announced record profits. Here are the numbers. ANZ National, just over $7 billion, which includes that $1 billion made here in New Zealand. Westpac yesterday reported cash earnings of more than $8 billion. National Australia Bank, which owns BNZ, made $7 billion. And the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, owned by ASB, has announced a profit of $9 billion.